Hi, good afternoon. I have my jams playing in the background. Hi, planners. Wait, let me just do some send out to everyone so they know what we are on. Hey, hi darlings, I hope you all had a good week so far. So I have started back my money talks, so we're waiting on some more people, lovely people to come in, right? So this money talk series is all about how we are coping with the new changes with the pandemic. So I am talking to other entrepreneurs to find out what they are doing, how they are doing, what changes they have made. So it's all about having fun and just a light conversation. No money talk. No, this money talk is not about telling all you how to fix it. This is about finding out how you all are adjusting to the changes, right? So we are just waiting on our lovely feature guest today. Yes, and don't mind, I only do the ladies because it's different, because I know the ladies are the one who are doing the homeschooling and not the gentlemen. All they don't get vexed. I know they might have some gentlemen that might be doing it, but I am the ladies this works. Okay, if there are any gentlemen, please inform me, and you could also tell me how you have been adjusting to this change as well, right? Alright, let me just stop all my lovely music now and jump on. So, yes, for all y'all lovely people who join on who don't know who I am, my name is Letitia Superville Barrett, the financial educator at Destiny Planners, where we teach you how to manage your business finances to reduce your taxes and grow wealth for your future, right? So let me see if our future guest is here as yet. Hold on, let me see if I see her. No, I haven't seen her as yet. Okay. Alright, so I could do some chatting by the time. So, okay, this space. Oh, yes, Latina, come on. This space is all who have joined. You all, please use this space to advertise what you do, what services you render. So, there may be somebody inside here that may and eventually will need your service. So please advertise yourself, tell each other what you do, so we can share the love, share the wealth, and grow each other business. So let me get our guest feature up here. Yes, we are waiting on her to come in. This is the lovely Ms Candice Cook. Yes, the owner of, I think it's called the Budget Queen. Yes, let's hear what she's going to tell us about budgeting. I'm waiting. It's still saying she's coming on, so let's wait. Technology does misbehave, and our last episode, yes, technology did misbehave, so I'm hoping this one will not be. Fingers and toes crossed, you guys. So while we wait, you all can tell me how you all have been. How was this week so far? Was it productive? Were you all able to accomplish any goals for your business? How's homeschooling and running the business going? Yes, just this space is for us to just chat, get to know each other, get to hear each other pains and issues that we may have arrived. Oh, she unable to connect. Let me try it again. Alright, I'm sending the request again. Let me see if it go through. See again, technology must behave naughty. So, as I was asking, how have you all have been adjusted with this pandemic? Do you all like this mask wearing thing? I know for me, for sure. Right, good, lovely. Good. I'm glad to hear that you have met your goals. Yes, it's important to set your goals for the week and make sure you accomplish it and stick to it. Even if it's you don't get it accomplished today, make sure you try to at least cater it, make the changes and adjust for when it's you can still complete it. And how have you been coping with this COVID? All right, just sustain me. Send it again. Okay, hold on, Candace. I'm going to send it again. Because it tell me. All right, I send it again. Tell me if you got one. I think she got one.
Hi.
Finally.
Oh,
Technology just love to misbehave. Eh? Oh my goodness.
yes, it does. Yes, it does.
Because I was like, but I'm seeing her seeing your weight. And I'm like, why am I not seeing her yet? And we well fixed up the hair. What she put I'm like, she come out ready for us. She come out, yes, that's so true. But I was thinking,
Yes,
sorry,
yes,
yes, yes.
yes. You can't dress now in
No, you have to
COVID,
dress
so
up
when
when
you
you're
have
going on
opportunities
this
like this,
screen. Watch.
why not?
Yes, yes. You have to look good when you come on the screen, right?
Yes,
Did you get your wine glass? You walk with your wine glass?
I didn't walk with any wine glass because I cannot have any wine right
Well, they could have
now.
pretend you was having wine and put water. They didn't have to know.
But a high, I am on a high right now. Don't worry. I've got you. I've got you.
Oh, you see, we start off with a nice bang. So everybody, this is the lovely Candice. She is the owner at the Budget Queen. Yeah, she's our feature for
Yeah.
today. Again, today is not about being strict and stuff about money. We are just having conversation and understanding how we have been coping with this COVID, how we have been coping with homeschooling and all the little cups and beat up COVID has given us, how we have been able to cope and manage and make the changes we need to make to ensure that our business continue and grow. So I'm going to leave open the floor now for Candice to tell us all about her business, what she does, and how she can maybe assist maybe one of the all lovely people on this live right now.
Okay. Hi, my name is Candice again. Um, the name of my business is CRC Grace, the Budget Queen. And my business is a service oriented business, and it is actually based on helping people learn to save and budget. Because I remember growing up, my dad used to always say, Candace, you have to save, you have to save. That time I'm not saving, I only want to spend, right? But he used to say, you have to save, you have to save. But one thing he didn't do, he didn't taught me
How to do
how
it.
to save,
Oh,
the steps in how to do it. And I realized that a lot of young people, they know that you have to save,
correct,
but they don't know how to do
correct,
it.
correct.
And it becomes difficult. And then they keep tapping back into their savings and what they have put on. And then when they reach time to
They
retirement,
have
they have
nothing.
nothing
Well, you speak
because,
him Spanish.
yeah, they have
It's
nothing.
true. It's true.
And when I started to realize, like, okay, every time I save something, something happened with the kids or something happened with life, and I have to go and touch the same money that I was saving. I was like, no,
There's no working.
that's not going to work.
It's true.
Nah, that's not
It's
going to
true.
work because I don't want to wait. And I don't want to wait on old age pension, and I don't want to wait on
True.
NIS.
True.
I want to be able to provide for myself in case anything
True.
happens. I know I am taken
True.
care of.
True. That's why the importance of the emergency
Yeah,
fund, and as simple as it is, so that people like
yeah,
I have seen and I've heard a lot of people complain. I know you were part of the first 21 day saving plan we had, and that was so much fun. And like, and people say,
it
it's
was
like,
good.
I didn't think of these things. Yeah, these are important things that are supposed to be put in place. You have to have that emergency fund, whether
Yes,
it's for your personal life, whether it's for your business. You need to have emergency. You
yeah,
didn't expect COVID to
yeah,
last this
because
long.
things will come up. things will come up and you do not want to touch your
True.
savings. That is the goal, never to touch your savings. So you have to put things in place, and it's simple, $10 a day. You can do a challenge like we
Yeah.
did. Like this month I'm doing a $5 challenge, so I'm not spending any $5. All the
Oh my
$5 that I
God.
have, all let me
Well,
get it good, yeah?
get the-
The joke is $5 to go to work, $5 to come back home. So you know every $20 I break.
That's a good one. That is a good one. That is a good one. I like it, that one. Well, I have a little,
And it shows you
yes, it
discipline.
does. And I have a little surprise for November. November, I'm coming back again for all in November. You will see.
I'll be there.
For all in November, while I get ready for another savings. Another savings challenge is going to be real fun.
And I'm
And
still
I
doing your
include the
21 day
children.
dollar challenge as well. I'm still doing your 21 days challenge as well. Every month.
I'm so proud of you.
Yeah.
I'm so proud of you.
I have to get this coin. I have to make this coin.
Well, the next one I'm doing, I'm planning to add the kids in. I don't know. I have some crazy ideas, or they just to laugh with, just things that I know my mother used to do with us, and I just changed it up and tweaking it and adding it in.
It is fun to bring in the kids because I have my daughter will be 16 next week, and she started a baking bread business. She's over the COVID. She likes money. She loves money. So anything to do with making money, she thinks about it. And I said, okay, if I am learning to budget and I am budgeting and seeing it, let me try it with her. And I made her envelopes. And I showed her the percentages, the 10% for tithes, and I made her give tithes because at the end of the day, God gave you that thing to do those things. You have to give it back to Him. Yes. And she is saving. Yeah, then she said, Mommy, look how much money I have. I don't even want to spend that money. And I was like, yes.
She's sounding like my
So she's building her foundation at 16. Yes.
That's my youngest. He don't like to spend a black cent. So just tell him that he will tell you he want to get something, but don't he bring him money, you know, he want to spend.
Is he a Libra by chance? He's a Libra?
No, he is not. He's a Taurus. He not spend any money. He will tell you what he wants, yeah? But mommy, you can buy it for me. You can buy it for me, but he's not money, you know.
That's her. Yes, she has her fun money at the set aside in her envelope, and she will come and say, Mommy, I could get a pen and cool, or Mommy, I could get a smoke. Once you have your money in your envelope. No, that is not for that.
But
I said, you're a smart
yes, but
woman.
it's nice to see that they have the discipline. That's what I appreciate. I appreciate the discipline that they have. I mean, at this age, imagine if they have this discipline now, how much money you will save when they get older, which is what we want them to be doing.
Exactly.
We don't want them to be in the same position like us, or even if they like us, they have to be better than us. That's the whole ending.
Yes, and the next thing I do with her, I said, you want this? Like the other day, she told me she wants a sneaker. The sneakers is $800. I was like, sister, I don't buy no sneakers for $800. And I was like, if you match, I said I would spend $4. I said, so if you match that $4, you get your $800 sneakers. And that's how I deal with her. So she has to match her stuff.
That is the right method.
And then you get it. So you work for it, you know the value of it. You take care of it and you appreciate it.
That is true. That is true. You see how you did that? That's the same thing I did with that. The same younger son. That's why he was able to buy his shoes because he do a same battery. So mommy, if I do A, B, and C, you will do this, and that's how I got him. That I wasn't buying this, and he knows that. But that's a real good tip.
Prepare for real life preparation.
True, and that's important because when they get this grooming now, it will help them as they get older. So they will not make that no mistake when it comes to the understanding the value of money, and they will make that mistake. Oh gosh, I had money, I could go and buy it. Like what you will normally see, a teenager will pick up themselves because they know they have the money, they will go spend it. That's as simple as that little advice. That goes a long way. It goes a long way.
Like Letitia, I used to say my father is the cheapest man alive. I used to say that. But at the end of the day, I understood now what he was trying to instill in me. Just remember, long ago, they didn't have that type of
True,
education and they didn't
true,
have the
true,
resources available to
true.
them. So when I sit back now, as like I understand what
Yes.
he was, because he would say, let me tell you something. I used to go Mokorako Senior Comprehensive at that
Mm-hmm.
time, and my father used to make me come out the car in front of school to pick up a bottle, a carrot
The
bottle.
man picking up, he making him money, he wants you.
And he used to stammer. He used to be like, just go and pick up that bottle because that is your books, that is your school uniform. And I totally understand and I totally agree and I totally appreciate it
You see?
now.
Yes, yes. Those are the values that
Yeah.
you didn't understand at that point in time, but now you learn, oh gosh, that was really teaching me
I
something
said top
there.
shutter in my school uniform and you
To
telling
go
me
bend
go
down
and
and
pick
pick
up
up
a
bottle,
bottle.
or for you to be laughing at me, no, 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 Papa.
But I appreciate it now. I
And
appreciate
that
it
is
now.
true. That is true. As simple as that value was, at that point in time, you did not understand. But now you are, and now you are able to impart it on your kids. Look at that. See the
Yeah.
importance of that.
I told her the other day. I said my parents left a foundation for me and I build on it.
Correct.
And now I'm building and you a foundation for you. So now you build it. And this is how people come out of poverty.
True. True.
If we
True.
understand these steps, this is how people come out of
True.
poverty.
True.
And I say slavery mentality
True.
because you have to build on what you
True.
have.
True. That is true.
You have to build on what you have.
So true.
And you have to be an example for your children. So when they see you spending or just going all out, that is exactly what they are going to
True.
do
That is
until they learn better, until they educate themselves. I always tell my daughters and them, you have access to the web. All of them doesn't want to listen, but I know I keep preaching it. Use it and edify
correct.
yourself.
Correct. Correct.
Yeah,
Because you are right. They have so much technology, so much information now. It's like you have to sift and know what is the correct thing to listen to and what not to listen to. It's just like, okay, all right, it's not relevant. I need to hear this. So you're really, but between you and me, I find sometimes maybe it's the values or what we work under in terms of the fact that we didn't have or internet was now coming in place at the point in time when we were in school, and to see that they have full access to it. Personally, I find not all young adults will use the technology, the aspect of educating this. They use it more for games. All right, we all know that's your way of finding your zen or your relaxation. They use it for the laugh and fun. Yeah, but how much time do they really spend using for education? It's very minimal. They will spend more time playing games,
yeah.
more time doing everything else. Whereas when we were younger, we had to go by the library, we had to borrow the book, and to make sure we got the book on time.
Encyclopedias.
Let's talk about encyclopedia. I must see. I remember we had two big stackers of encyclopedia, and then this long alphabet thing with everybody had to go looking.
You had to use your
You have to go look in
dictionary.
this big hell of a dictionary, bigger than me, and you have to hold it and look for one word.
Now they want to ask
All they
Google.
have to do,
No, they don't want to go to the dictionary. They want to ask
true,
Google.
that's all they have to do. They all they have, and then they have this new thing now. They have to pay attention now. The copyright. So you can't just go and write down something and say, "Oh, but that is why I write." No, you have to make sure and write. It is an extract from ABC. So they have a new set of things to understand, but yes, still they don't. I don't find they use the technology the way I thought they would.
It was designed to do. It was designed to be
Correct.
educated, and they're not using it for that.
Correct. Use it for
But
fun
I
and
just,
games.
I just had them put in here. But as they grow older, I just say, Father God, just let something stick.
Yes. Yes, but something sticking. Because
Let
if she's
something stick.
saving, something stick. Mommy, something stick. You do good. Something stick. It's very, very you find it.
I just have to be grateful for my wins.
Correct.
Yes.
Correct. Something stick. Something stick. As small as it was, something stick. So at least something is working. And that is what I always tell people. You have to keep It's just how you will talk to your clients. You always have to keep reminding them, constantly reminding them. You don't stop, you just keep reminding them. Yes, they will say, God, mommy is a nag. Oh, God, she come up with the same thing. God, shut up, now, mommy.
Right now, she at the side here. She's at the side here and she's shaking she head too.
Don't worry, I just get it. It's like, but I doesn't get it, mommy is a nag. I just get it screw up face. Okay, whatever now. Or like my eldest, he will ball. Whatever mommy say is all right, but I know the back in it, he will say, God, mommy, shut up now, mommy. Shut up.
She says that. She tells my middle daughter, why you just doesn't hush? If you hush, mommy will stop.
My eldest is there. Just listen to what she says. Whatever she says is right. She just right. I just be laughing in my mind.
But I talk to them and I use my life as an example for them, and I try to be as real to them as much as possible. I try to be real. Yes, because I tell them you are going out into the real world and there's sharks and you are a little goldfish. So you might think that you know everything, but when you go out there and you meet them sharks and them, they're going to eat you.
They will
right? And I tell them, I say, yes, you have to learn to take care of yourself. Like a lot of time people think saving money is its all. But then sometimes you save all that money and then you end up spending all back into your health. So you have to take care of yourself. Invest that time and that energy into yourself and even that money to make sure you are whole and you are healthy mentally, physically, so that you could actually make that money. You can actually roll in that dough.
You'll be rolling, you'll be whining.
And I learned that the hard way.
And
so a lot, like I said, a lot of money that I could be saving right now, it's going in medical. So you have to be mindful and yes, you're working and you're working hard and you want to make all that money and you want to do all these things with your life and you're forgetting about this vessel that God bless you with.
You must have a balance. Everything in a balance. Everything have a balance. Like I just finished my, I can't remember what number it is, the 25th book. And this man says some points there like, I just be saying this. But why do you think? But it's like, don't retake everyone. It's like, okay, all right. I'll find a new way to say it now. The importance of your why. The reason you start a business is not just alone to make enough money. It's about that passion or you trying to help solve a problem, but it's not always about running down the money. Sometimes you have to give a little. There must be some sort of balance. Not everything, as you rightly say, is about the money. You have to see about the money. As the old people used to say, you see about one thing and the money will come. It's like, and you see, we're like, here we come, and I was seeing this stuff with this. I don't understand what that means. What the money go come if I do the right thing? That making sense? But it's only now I learn to appreciate.
And a perfect example of this, Letitia, I can do makeup, I can braid hair. And I was like, okay, this is a gift. God has given me a gift and I can use my hands. So I'm going to use this to make money. And I started doing it. And then you realize as my relationship grew with God, I started to say, Father God, you direct my path. You show me where you want me to be. Let me be a servant to others and everything else will fall in place once I'm doing your work. And the makeup and the hair, everything just take a left. And I was like, I don't even know what territory I'm going into. I know I have the knowledge. I said, but I leave it to you and you would guide me and you would show me where and who you want me to reach and touch.
And that is the right attitude. That is the right attitude.
Yeah.
You have not seen anything that you wasn't taught or some sort of value wasn't given along that same line that you didn't know. You just needed a redirection. And that was you just get the redirection.
Yeah. Yeah. And sometimes, like, it is just be in my mind, things is just come. It is just be flowing. And I'd be like, you just continue filling me. And I would just continue putting it out. And wherever I'm supposed to be, I would be. And whatever riches or no riches that I am supposed to receive, I will receive because you're filling up your bank in heaven, right? So you know your riches is sure.
And that is the importance. As I don't know if you ever heard your grandparents tell you this. You always follow the initiative, you always follow that inner gut. But it's not your inner gut, you know. You know, they used to tell you that, but it's actually a spirit guiding you. You must always follow your intuition.
Yes.
Always. It don't ever guide you
Yeah.
wrong. As I always tell clients, this name that's planets. When I switched it to this, that wasn't me make that name, you know. That was me going and say prayers and say, what the one name, you know.
That was the same thing with my name. That was the
I
same
had
thing.
no control.
My business is Candice Rachel Cook, covered under grace.
You see? And you never and you had no control over that now. This name has nothing to do with
No.
me. This name is about me educating the masses. I am still doing what I always do with
Yeah.
teach.
Steward over people and give them, you continue giving, and God will continue
Correct.
filling you.
Correct.
The more you empty out to people, is the more He will fill you up with more to empty out to people.
Correct.
Yeah?
Correct. You hit it all the right
Yeah?
nails. I'm sure your daughter must be born. These two people. You know they love to say, oh gosh, then too, when two people just and they just instinctize it. Gosh, mommy, get somebody to talk to now. So let me hear a little more about what you have been doing for the business in terms of helping entrepreneurs or in individuals and a whole.
So I'm actually now launching out. So I'm just putting a lot of content out, you know, and in the background I'm working on my budget book. I am creating envelopes so that, you know, you can teach people how to do this thing practically and easy.
Correct.
I think what people need to get is the easiness of it. Like I was telling my sister last week, I said you want $300, so you have to pay $300 at the end of the month. I said, why are you looking for $300? I said divide that $300 and then divide it again. So every day you save that little amount, or every week, and you give yourself sometimes. So if you know it's $300, 3 months down the road you have to pay for your insurance.
Put it aside.
Start saving now.
Or even I could even advise and say simple as that. All right, it's $300. If you take you must have some skill that you could do that you don't have to invest in. Find some skill and make up that $300. I might make more and above and beyond. We have to learn in all seriousness. Not everything we have to have some sort of capital to start it. We have a lot of things that you could do real good, and sometimes I believe as human beings we don't even realize we could do it real good, even though people will say, you know, you just cook real good, or you just do a crochet real good, or you could do hair real good, and you know people will be telling you these things, and you still me doing that, yes.
I have a friend, she's always telling me, you just wasting your time. You just wasting your talent. Give me your talent, please.
You know, you know what's amazing is that they will see it, and for some reason, you don't ever see it. You don't ever see it.
My thing is, as you say, you want that capital. When you put yourself out there, you want everything to be the way it's supposed to be. Nothing is going to be the way that you want it to be at no point in time. No time. And I have learned that. So I'm telling you, all I'm doing is stepping out on faith.
Take the leap.
I can't call it for stepping on faith.
Take the leap. The jump is, as I always tell clients, when you take that jump, is the sweetest jump. And what you have to remember, no path is straight. Look at the nature. Nothing in the nature is straight. When you watch a leaf, the vines in the leaf is not straight. So life is not straight. You're not going to find a straight path. You're going to have up and down. Entrepreneurial life is not about, oh God, every day going, I just have my bad days. Some days I just want to be, so like, gosh, or like give my break. But I just have to remember, hey, why are you doing this? What was the purpose of doing this? Remember your why? Okay, that's your why. Okay, but then buckle up and let it go again.
But that's like me today. For the past week, I have been having these horrible back pains, like horrible. But again, I just pushed through. You would never, if you saw me a couple of days ago, you'd be like, no, she's lying. She's not having no back pain. When I went to sleep on my back today, let's say a ball. The tears just didn't run out my eye, right? And I on a pillow and on a towel roller, fold the line down, and I was like, call her sister and tell her she cancel. I said, no, hear what? I'm getting up and I'm doing this. Satan, you will not win. I have a purpose. Get behind me, Satan. And I get up, I dress, I take off pictures,
Because
and
I
I
saw
am
the
in front
picture.
of you sitting right now.
Yeah. You see, again,
Looking like nothing is
yeah, that's
wrong.
the
And that
situation.
is the mindset that is what you have to if you want to reach somewhere, things will happen in life, but you gotta
Yes,
push
and you
through.
have to put the first foot. You must move. You have to make
Yeah.
the first movement. But there's a jump, a skip, a foot, a one step down. You have to make the move. And when you make that first move, then everything will just have a flip. It's like, okay, all right. And you say you wanted to lie down. No, 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 get up, eh? Get up.
Yeah, but God said he will help those who help
True.
themselves. So if you sit down here waiting for help, you will continue sitting here waiting
You
for
will
help.
sit down there and become a skeleton and everything will be bad in your mind.
Exactly how much do you want
True,
this?
true, true. You really have to push through. And that is the importance that most people, at least some people who start up a business, they will falter for that. And I think that is something that as entrepreneurs we need to encourage. Because you know you have some people that will say, okay, I'm doing real good, my business is doing real good. But deep down inside, you know for sure thing might be real bad, but they want you to see. But that's not the point. Not everything you start will be perfect. You will have hiccups. In
No.
life, you always have hiccups. So you have to realize, okay, yes, how am I going to avoid this hiccup? Do I have an accountability partner to come and sit down and chat to give me a little insight? Calm down myself. Even if you don't have accountability, then you have the best partner, God. Talk to him. Talk to him. Call with him. That's the best accountability partner you can get in your life. He will answer you the way how you want to hear, but he will send a message to you from somebody. Somebody somehow will come and say, how you do that? That's just how it does work.
But that is just as you said that is just like the story that I'm studying right now in the Bible. It's Martha and Mary.
Correct.
Martha invited Martha invited Jesus in her home, made him very comfortable, and she going in she kitchen cooking. She don't have time to study. But you know what Mary did? Mary went and sat at the foot of
And
Jesus and took everything that she could have
she was
gotten
eating the right
and
food,
implanted
and
it
the
in
sister was
herself. Yeah,
cooking the
she
food.
was being filled. Yes.
It's
And
true.
sometimes we do this. We get up, we go, but we get up, we say our prayers, Lord, Heavenly Father, grant us, protect us, provide for us. And we go on about we doing we own
And we
thing.
didn't wait for
We
no
ain't even
guidance.
listening to hear this man talk.
Yes, yes, yes.
And then we wonder, why is this so hard? Why I can't get money to do this? Why this not happening? And I working so hard. You're working hard, but you're not working smart.
Correct. That is the most important thing. We forget about the smart working. We always focus on, okay, let me do this, let me do that. We always have our own plan and don't really check to see, okay, is this plan really making sense? How is this plan going to help me evolve to the next level that I want to go to? Don't just have a plan and it's not carrying you nowhere. Because if you, and that's the next important thing. If you realize you have been doing the same thing over and over and nothing seems to be, there's no turnover. Why are you still doing it?
Madness.
And I see clients all the time and they do the same thing. But why you still do it? Come on, you look at your figures. It's the same concept. It's the same concept with life. You look at what is happening. All right, that not working. Let me try it over again.
But that comes in educating yourself.
Correct.
If you are in a field, you have to be constantly looking up these things and researching and
Correct.
looking for new ideas and trying new
Correct.
things. But if you have that one narrow mindset, how are you going to branch off? How are you going to reach where you actually want to reach using that one concept
Correct.
over and over and
Correct.
over? You just ponging the what is this saying and you're ponging anything on the hair, you're
I'm not
just killing
going.
it.
And it's true. You're just
You,
dropping on deaf
yeah.
ears. You're doing the same rotation over and over, and you're not seeing. And that is one thing as an individual you have to, and it reflects right back to your business. The same concept. You have to see what makes sense. You're not going to be doing the same thing if one product not making no money. Why are you still producing it? It does not make sense. It's just like simple as this COVID have teach a lot of people, okay, we have taught us to be very creative. I have never seen so much creativity happen in this short space of time. This is the most creative period I will say I have ever noticed as being in business for so long that I've seen. I was like, okay, I didn't know that person don't do that. And it's like, where all these businesses don't make things work? Where did it come from?
Listen to me. When you have to survive,
Survivalist team.
when you have to survive, you find ways and means to
True.
survive. People are losing their jobs. People have their rent and their families to feed. And how all this thing I sitting down on all the time. Simple thing as bottling some pepper sauce. You're figuring it now because you know it's in no other way that's coming.
True. True. Actually, I have never seen so
Yeah.
much innovative people. COVID has taught people to really and truly live outside the box. You know, there's always study you must live inside the
And if,
box.
and if you notice, in this COVID period, you notice, if you realize, motivational, inspirational, God, those things are ranking top of the chart right now. Because in this COVID period, when people didn't have, when all the time they was going out with the friends and they was partying and they was living the life, now what am I going to lean on?
And you have to deal with the mental health.
So now they
Yes, it's tying all. Is that mental health, God, exercise? Let me see three things you see plenty full of. Those are the three things. The amount of innovation that have, I will say, this whole COVID built and created for people, the vast of income for other people, it's amazing. And before these are things that would have been dormant, they might have ended up, people might have ended up past and would have go the grave and that and stay right there in the grave and nobody knew about it. They didn't share.
Yeah, because they were too busy to do it. They were too busy to do
True.
it.
They was busy doing the wrong things.
Yeah.
So now that they have time to do it, it's like, wow. Where were they was all the time?
Exactly. And that is the time they're taking now to feed themselves, because now they're searching things and they're trying to learn, what am I going to do myself? I'm fed up watch Netflix, fed up watch YouTube, I'm fed up listen to all them songs and them. So now guess what? You have to turn back to God any way you take it. No matter how much you turn away, whether it's you take it in motivation, inspiration, or spiritual,
Somehow.
you have to turn back.
Yes, and it's true, and that is what people have to realize. It's all about again balance, everything in balance. We really and truly was out of whack in terms of going. We only working, but there was no balance. Nobody was thinking about their health. Nobody was thinking about putting a little exercise. Nobody was thinking about let's go to church. No, go to church for important time. Easter, Christmas, and that is no that's fine. It was a whole revamp of and balancing of you, not just the earth. Everybody got a balance. Everybody got a realignment, as I call it, a full realignment.
I said, like you hear people saying COVID is a bad thing and COVID hurt and go and COVID. COVID is a good thing for me.
That is good.
COVID made me step out. COVID made me look inward. COVID made me build a closer relationship with God. COVID made my mental space get better because I was like more thinking about, Candice, you need to get better every day, a better person every day. It's not about perfecting anything. It's just from yesterday to today, you are a better person. And that is what you need in business.
True.
And then when you have that mentality and you start to steward over people, and you start to connect with people, you start to bring something to the table.
Correct.
So it's simple like this. Look, I started to put up content about budgeting and stuff. You saw me, you like what I have, you contacted me, and then that is how we go, and we start to pull everybody, and then you would see everybody would win. It have a place for everybody in this market.
And that is the bad part. That people don't take that into heart. Yes, there is enough people inside here, enough people. Your personality and my personality is too different. Somebody might click with me and somebody else might click with you and they might be on the same thing, but something you say resonates stronger than what I say, because that was the connection they get. It have nothing to do with you doing it better, I doing it. It had nothing to do with that. It just have
Nope.
to do with what click with you for that particular customer, that particular client, and they just run with it. As people don't realize, just as with everything else. Your spirit meet first before the physical, you know. Now people have to learn, you know. You see when that spirit click, that is it, you know. That is,
Yeah.
it works
Yeah.
everywhere, business and otherwise. It works everywhere. Once that spirit connect,
Everywhere.
that is
Yeah.
it. There's no turning back.
Yep.
No turning back. Look, I
Yep.
never even meet you. All I know is that when you was on the challenge, you was, I was like, I love this girl spirit. And I just started, that was it. That was it. And I was like, hey, I like her ideas. Oh, yes, of course, yes. She on the same part. Okay, yes, I could push her. That's all you did, you know, just by your simple
Yeah.
little things you mentioned. It's like, okay, she on the same part. Okay, I'll just give her little hints. And that was it. And I just used that. I said, wait, she was a bitch. Never go back. That was it. And I was like, hey. And that is all. And you see, it's as simple as that. I don't know if what I did by that 21 days was a spark for you and it helped you to push. I don't know. But it's just sometimes it's that just little push to give somebody else and you just see their blossom. And personally, I love to see
Yeah.
that. I love to see, hey, look, somebody take by it. And I was like, hey, let me go Mako. That is me, because then I say, okay, well, what I did worked. It helped. I helped somebody. And I didn't even, that wasn't the thought that originally was for me to do. My mindset wasn't for helping. My mindset was to, I didn't expect you to go to that level. And then when I see you bring out a budget quick, I said, hey, look, she said, well, then I go, Marco, hey, she had envelope. And that was it. That was it, you know. I said, oh, I'm so proud of her. But I go tell her that now, go for surprise and let her come and do it. Because it was amazing. I mean, and the first time I really had any sort of communication with you was during that 21 days challenge. That was the first time. I was like, okay. And really and truly from that 21 days, I met a lot of entrepreneurs that I didn't know I could do these things, and that was and the purpose of, and I'm gonna tell them, you all on social media gonna learn. That whole 21 days wasn't my doing it. I just sit down and say, God, let me get a nice school. I know everybody's stressing about COVID. And I don't know what to put.
That's how
I
it.
don't want to
Yeah.
put content to bring down people. I want to put some content to inspire people. Tell me what to put. And I just had to sit down and think about, remember when your mother used to tell you about saving, and I started to put twists to some of the things. I was like, sure, this gonna be real fun. And I you know,
That's how it works for me.
that was it.
I never, I have never in anything that I have put up, I have never said I am going to do this. It's actually I was praying or I was just talking to God and it just started flowing. I just have a book and I just start to write. And that's how it works. So I like, okay, this is what you really want me to do because you just flowing. The information is just flowing.
You see how you say that? That is me on a, let me see, maybe every 3 days. I have, I usually have my phone and I use the notes on Google and I will be writing ideas like, man, typing out things, put yeah, I can write this, I could do this. And then when the madness take, when I go in my bed and so, you know the thinking room, as my son does say, Mom, you just take real long in the bathroom, you know, I said I'm a thinking room. Somehow in the bathroom, that is when all the thoughts are, I just always have to walk with a pen and a paper and
My daughter here doing so.
there's the
My
thinking
daughter
room.
is here
It's
doing.
like juice that's flowing from the. Like, Jesus, yes, that's a real good idea, boy. I could do that. Yeah. That's why I tell you the next challenge. Oh God, I will have what your hearts. I can't wait for that one.
Letitia, hear this, eh? For the yesterday and day before yesterday, I was like, Father God, I said, what going on? I say, nothing not coming. I said, nothing not coming. I say, you tell me to do this, but and I tell you, you lead, I will follow, and nothing ain't coming. Because since last week I checked in my email, I said, because I know you said you sent my email, I ain't seen no email, So I said, what? I said, you want me to do this? I said, put the things in place for me to do this. Give me the content. Next thing I lie down on my bed at night, I see the message pop up. I said, thank you, Lord. Because
sometimes you have
listen
to
to me.
wait
When you
patiently.
ask, and when you ask, he does give it to you. Sometimes not in the way that you
Correct.
want to receive it, but if you open
Correct.
and you know he working, you will see it and you will accept it and you will just do what you're supposed to do.
Correct. And
Everything will work
yes,
out.
it is always because of heat timing and yours, eh? Remember that. It's never your timing, it's heat
Correct.
timing, eh? Your timing, like,
And sometimes it's not how you want it to look. Sometimes it's a little messy. It's a little muddy.
true. And you see, that's a valuable point, yeah? I always tell clients that. Look, when I launched my the academy, it wasn't fully ready, but somewhere in the back of my head, they say, just do it. I say, all right, I'm just doing it. And I did it alone. The thing wasn't ready, but it was launched. And then I started adding it. And I still adding it. But it was not, I just launched it.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you very much, because I'm waiting to perfect my book. I am going to just launch it.
Yes, I will tell you.
And
I'll tell you one lesson I learned. One important lesson you learn. You may have the idea. You can start off your first idea. If it's not perfect the way you want it, and you get the message to launch it, launch.
Yeah. And my mentor, she's like, Candice, she said, when you're launching this thing, this is a good idea. Candice, you're sticking on Candice, launch. When you're launching this thing, girl.
Launch it. Launch it. Don't study about perfection. And that's one thing we have to learn. Sometimes it's not always have to be perfect. It don't have to be perfect. You just launch, go with the flow.
Yeah.
Sometimes when you launch, it even helps you to know, okay, if this is what your ideal clients want. Because when they see, hey, that looking interesting, boy. So when is the big day? All of a sudden, now you get a whole set of questions asked, and I say, all right, so that's all they're working out good. But there's a sneak peek. Boop. That's how your launch will be. You sneak peek, and then you start perfecting in the background. When you finish, you do the big shabam. All right, you ready now? And that's what people have to realize. If it's something virtual, you don't have to perfect to get it perfect. Even if it's in a brick and mortar, you still know how to perfect it. They might have the store may be scanty, all these spots will be full out, but once you launch, everything is at a flowing pace. And that's what people have to realize. It don't have to have the big amount of money. Yes, it have certain things that they may need to have the big money to start. You have certain things that you're doing both to start that big. You can start small and then jump to the big side. But don't worry, they're learning plenty, and I want to learn plenty tonight.
Yes.
This was a lesson of learning. It's a lesson of growth. True growth.
That is the aim. You must have that aim to grow, and
and everything else will fall into place. So don't stick at this. I expect to see some pretty thing come out and tell me.
It is going to be a pretty thing.
That's what we're doing. Is a plan are we doing?
We're doing a budget.
Right.
I already don't have the planner. I just have a little tweaking to do with it. I started that planner since the beginning of the year, and it's just a little tweaking. And then I'm working on the budget book. I'm just working on it and just asking God. And the envelopes is coming soon. Because I want.
Let me ask you the envelopes. What kind of envelopes are you doing? The just plain envelopes, or you're doing the 1 to 365 days envelopes, or you're doing the envelopes? Which concept you're going?
It's individual envelopes, and the first batch of envelopes is representation of the Caribbean, so it will be nice, pretty Caribbean.
Right. So I know when the next saving challenge, when that launch, we sending people to buy the envelope by you. So you better hurry up. So
yes.
Don't stick all in here. We have envelopes to get for when we have our next saving challenge, whether it's 21 day or 31 day. I make up my mind yet. Whichever one, you're gonna get the envelope by Candice. Candice is guilt to get all the envelopes because they always think I have to look
CRC,
pretty. But
great.
remember, I
Yes,
just make sure and rate all by a
make it
prettiness, eh?
fun.
Right.
Listen to me, make it fun. My saving challenge, I have coloring page. I just color. So when I reach $100, I just color my $100. Yes, make it
That's
fun.
what I tell people. Money is fun and sexy. Once you make it fun and sexy, it just be like, oh, my money looking nice. You see me, I forget my own, I put a nice Christmas paper and thing on it and all kind of nonsense. The one before we did,
Yes,
we put we tape it up and all kind of thing and put all kind of fancy thing and the one the children have, they have that one is like so old. We did a box and they put all kind of pretty sticker and all kind of chip on it. So it's yours. Wherever you like, you put on it. That would encourage you to save.
yeah,
Because when you remember, yeah, to put the money back in my envelope in my box. Or if you're using tools,
yes.
the box comes up
And then when you start to count that money, you'll be like, what? I saved this in no time?
Yes. Look, up to this day and age, since I young, my mother taught us about saving pennies and coins. Up to this day and age, Candice, I just still do it. And every December, I will pack my van and take all the coins. And when you see hey, we got $1 this year. And I get,
But Letitia, when things are a little tough, guess what your girl does pull out?
the coins.
Sometimes you have a $400, $500, or $600, $1,000, and you go about your life.
Like 1 year we made what? Since I'm married, 1 year we make 15. Yeah, that was 1 year we make 15. The next year we make 2. Last year, I can't remember how much we make last year in coins. Because I will separate. I will have the silvers and I will have the coppers. But when I separate it now, I don't keep it in other space in children account, but still for it will be an accomplishment to see how much they make. That's the best.
Yeah.
Similar coins.
Yeah.
I will tell people they don't know how much out of these little coins, how much it make. It's like, Jesus, so much money, so much coins and the house in a year. It just add up, and you see them 20 cents. Oh my goodness. The only hard part is still not counting it. That's the only hard part.
That is the only hard part. And if you're willing to lose a couple of dollars, Republic Bank of Emotion, you just pass it through.
And everyone, the hardest part is saying that I would choke all on the ground and just start. Oh God, just like so long. That's the hardest part.
Letitia, my father used to do that. If you see coins and he just throwing on coins and I helping him and we bargain coins, he just bargain and you're clipping.
I still do it. I literally still do it every year. I just make sure they save up and my kids will be like, Mommy, I see a 25 cents here, no, I'm picking it up, put it. Wherever I see them, because they know very well at the end of the year, they're getting money, hello?
And it has a value. Where it have people will throw away 25 cents and give it and don't have. That is money. Because 4 25 cents make $1. And if I have 8 25 cents, that is $2.
I don't believe how that does add up real fast. It does really add up. Those cents does add up. And if only we would understand that. Yeah, just take out all. And just have what it have in the house, what it have in the vehicles, all this just come together and just batch. And just get
Sometimes when I empty quarters out of my knapsack, my bag will be so light. Because when you're shopping, you're just throwing it. Sometimes when I empty, I'll be like, is the quarters in my bag heavy like this?
That is true. That is 100% true. That's for sure I can testify to. When you see it empty out all them coins, it's like, Jesus, so many coins in my wallet. Jesus. I just take all through it and say, all right, well, let's sort out that and put that in the relevant.
Yep. And even that is a good idea to save for emergency fund. Every quarter that you have, you just drop it in a pan
and keep it.
And
at the end of the year, you take and you count it. I don't like to hold it once a year, but if they're brave enough to do it in between me, I could go ahead. But now once a year is good.
Well, Hannah, I love to count it. But by the time I reach $400, I'll be like, what? It's $400
it will be amazing. It's really and truly be amazing how much money it does make up so fast. It will be amazing. You don't lie about that. It's really be amazing. It's be real amazing. So you all have to look out for Candice, the budget book, the envelopes. What are we looking for again?
The
The
planner.
planner. We have real good team.
My planner is more inspirational, so it will have gratefulness. What are you grateful for? Do not ever forget to be grateful every single
Correct,
day,
correct. Always be thankful.
no matter
Yes,
how small it
yes.
is.
Gratitude is
Be
important. Yes.
grateful. And when you are grateful, it open up this door to so many
True,
blessings just by being
true.
grateful.
So true, eh? So true. You're hitting all the nails on the head. All. All. You all make sure and go and find Candice for me and like her page. Okay, you all wait for those juicy things she's going to be giving us. I can't wait to see it. Don't worry. It launches before the end of the year or the end of the
Yes, I am amen. I want to launch. I was actually trying to launch my class because I'm having a class, an envelope system class, and I'm trying to launch it by the end of this month.
which envelope system are
I'm
you
keeping
using?
my
Both?
fingers
You're
crossed.
teaching them both?
I'm doing sinking
Mm-hmm.
funds and it wants to carry in your envelope. So you budget all what you need to have in your envelope, and then you have your sinking fund. So that is an emergency
Mm-hmm.
fund. That is school supplies. That comes in the form of maybe like me, doctor bills. So I budget for that.
All
So
right.
when that time reach, I don't want her to be looking
We
for that
tagging you
money.
for when you see I put any envelope things, we tagging you now, eh? Use the tag a woman now. I-
No, that is the easiest way. To me, that is the
Correct.
easiest way to save.
Correct. The envelope system is that is so old. It is so old. It's a shame, but it's the best system. I learned on that. My mother used to save her all her payslip the envelope. She used to give us all of that, and we used
Yeah.
to label out all what we want in it. I was always the writer in the house, so I used to write and put it all kind of fancy way and color it up and make it look pretty and all kind of thing. And I used to, yes, I am still the writer.
I love to see things look
I am
pretty.
still, yes.
I love to see pretty things.
Me myself, all my reports when I do for clients, I always color code and I make it look.
All my journals, I have color pens,
Oh,
and my
let me don't talk
journals
about
are
stationery.
pretty.
They go say, I have two pencil keys. Shh. I have two pencil keys.
I have to.
One bigger than the next
I have.
step, eh? One is the small one just for the boring pens, and the bigger one is for the fancier pens. Yeah? Don't let nobody hear that. All the people here, eh? I have two pencil keys. That next one, yeah, I have to hide that.
Listen to me.
That pencil case.
I'm always buying a book. I'm always buying a book. I have books that I haven't finished read yet, but I buy because I know I'm going
Well,
to
you
read
better
it.
read it, eh? And I will challenge you to that because
Yes.
last year I did 50 books. This year I reached my 25th book. I'm behind. I ain't gonna lie because I say I want to do 50 books a year. I'm behind. So I'm trying to make up. So like 2 books a week I'm trying to do. So I hope I reach my
2 weeks, 2 books a week.
I have to make up. I'm behind. I'm behind.
According to the book, I'm gonna make it up a week. According to the book I'm
Yes,
reading.
some books I will lick up. I'll lick up in
Yeah.
a day. Like last week I did 3 books because them books I just eat it up. Like I did Jump from what's his name again? Oh gosh, right?
Tyler, that's
You're
Steve
right. I
Harvey.
did him.
Steve
I
I
Harvey.
eat that book inside out. That book was delicious. All for my father. Eat that book. That book, I didn't want to put on that book. I really read that book. And then the 4 hour week, I
For
eat that book.
week by
I didn't want
Ferris.
to like
Yes.
that book I eat. So books that intrigue me, I will read it out maybe the whole day. But books that, oh gosh, it's a little long and boring, but I'm getting the concept that I want and feeding me the knowledge I need, I will still go back in between and read. Yeah, yeah, but
Yeah.
see, book I got a love Jump. It hits all the nails on the head, all. That's a right.
Yeah, you need to educate yourself.
Yes. And it does help with content too. Because we go look at people rudely telling me we have 25 more seconds to jump out.
This was
Yes,
fun.
it was fun.
I
It was
enjoyed this.
really fun. I really enjoyed it. All who came on late, who didn't
And I
hear
ain't
it.
forget you for we mothers
Say
there.
it again.
For all the mothers and them coming. I say we let us don't forget the mothers. They were all of us coming with our glass